Evening. It is Sunday the 10th of November and I figure it's time we give you an update as to what's been happening with the trucks and what's been going on with the destroyed truck at TA. I looked at the last video that I made and I was in a kind of hacked off stage in Scotland waiting for the outcome of TA and what they were going to do to compensate me for the catastrophic oil change that they did. Well, they came through, to tell you the truth. It took a little while, but they coughed up a wedge of cash, which, does it make it right? No, not really. There's a lot of butt ache hassle that's uncompensated. But considering I got to spend time in Scotland with my wife and family, and my daughter and son-in-law came over, it was nice to get that money when I got back to work. So what's been happening? The blue truck, I believe, is still in Texas. That's my thoughts. Not sure 100%, but I think it's still at Peterbilt. They haven't fixed it. Their procedure is that they just pay whoever they damage the truck, or the owner of the truck gets paid what the bill is. Then they're the ones that are responsible to take care of the repairs, which doesn't really seem very fair, but there you go. That's what they do. That's their procedure. The downside, the other side of the coin in this TA thing I may point out is that if I'd taken that truck to a really small backstreet garage to save a couple of bucks and it had gone wrong there, I don't know that I'd be sitting in such a good position at the minute. Would they have had insurance? Who knows? Would they have admitted liability? So at least with TA, although it was incompetence, at least there was a great big company to back up their mistake and correct it. So part of the thing, the disclosure agreement I had to sign before I get paid out from them was that I don't disclose the amount of money that they gave me, but I was more than happy with it, and yeah, tempted not to disclose it, tempted not to say how much it was. However, it was a decent amount that put things right in my mind, and I have to take my hat off to TA for following that through. They did deal with it quickly, in retrospect, and it's nice to get it. So where does that leave us? Well, the truck titled owners were the people I've got the truck from, so they got the big check. I don't know how much it was. I saw two quotes, one was for 66 and one was for 56 or something like that, depending on whether they had to buy cores, like the block and you know what a core is. So there you go. If you don't, then I don't know what to tell you. It's the shell of the engine. If it was damaged, then they would have to pay 66. If it was salvageable and they could send that back to the manufacturer, then they would get a discount, but only down to about 56, I think it was. So they get that money, and I suggested to them that they should just keep that money, give me another truck, continue the lease I have with them on another vehicle, and give me the chance to buy out the truck that we had the new transmission put on while we had it. And so that is what I'm trying to make happen. Yep, they did give us a new truck. We picked that up, I want to say 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago. It's silver, it's a Pete 579, same as the green one, but it's not got a 13 speed, and it's not got the chrome bumper, and it's got almost double the miles on it. It's got just under 600,000, but the motor has been redone. It's extremely tight, drives really well, so we'll see how this thing transpires. So the way things went down in the last few weeks, to give you a kind of update, when I went back to Scotland, my daughter came over with us with her husband, and we had a great time with them. I'm going to throw some of the pictures onto this so that you can get an idea of what it was like in Scotland, and how much fun we had there. It was great going round about there and sharing the Scottish food with them and the culture there. Son-in-law's a good eater, that's all I'm going to say. And he loved the cakes, he loved the desserts, and he loved rolls and sausage and egg, so we had a good time. It's great to see the grandkids over there and stepdaughters, and it's great to hang out with everybody and see my dad and spend some time with him. So it was great in Scotland, and my wife came back here with me. We had the intent of making some videos, but we just spent a lot of time together, and I decided not to go on and make videos and try to keep the kind of the truck stuff to the background a little bit. We don't get to spend a lot of time together because I work here, and it can be difficult at times, and so I decided to make a conscious decision that I'm going to focus on my wife and spend time with her, and so we did that. We landed in Austin, and it was cold. After me telling her how warm it was all summer, it was really cold. The first night there was a torrential downpour, and all we had to do was walk from the Denny's to the hotel and get soaked completely with a matter of running 30 feet. It's amazing how Texas can do that to you. During this time, Paul was running the yellow truck. We had him run to Texas because I was going to put him in with another oil company that's supposedly paying between 10 and 12,000 bucks a week for guys who are grafting, and Paul's a good grafter. And I was going to try Wes there as well, but you need to have more experience than Wes had, verifiable. So Wes had just gone home for a couple of days, and my wife and I jumped into Paul's truck, drove up to Austin. From Austin up through Big Spring, we stopped at Roswell, had a great time there. Got into the museum. I've never done that before. That was fun. My daughter suggested that we go in there. Where else did we go? Come up, well, we went through Vegas, and Mr. Romantic here, we got married on the boat in Lake Mead, the paddle boat. So we went there for a Sunday brunch cruise on the lake, which was fun. What else? Went through Vegas, up through St. George, and we stopped there, and we liked one of the hotels there, and so we stopped in there and spent a couple of days there. And then before we left, my wife got some Christmas paper and wrapped up my oldest son's kids' Christmas presents, and so when we headed up to Provo, where he's going to law school, we had Christmas with them, an early Christmas, and must have been the end of October. But it was fun seeing them ripping apart the paper, and we had a bunch of new clothes for them and stuff, so that was fun. And they always liked when I show up because I've got chocolate, and they like it. What else? We come up to Idaho, saw my other son and daughter-in-law, and went had something to eat with them. And when we went to Vegas though, we met Wes, gave him Paul's truck, and I took the green truck and came up here with it. And Wes was going out there to grab the yellow one, and then while Paul was going to a course for this company in the oil field, which he completed Monday, Tuesday induction. We flew him down to Mississippi to pick up the new truck. He picked it up and brought it back up, got it all the paperwork done in that, so it's approved to go in. We did put it in, and I don't know if we made a mistake doing that, but since then, that would be a couple of weeks ago, since then the reefer rates have really climbed, and the sand hauling had gone a little bit. We were only in there on the Saturday, and he never did anything the Saturday. He got 2 loads on the Sunday, and then they sent out an email on the Monday that said it's going to be slow today. We've only got 6 whales running instead of the 16 to 18 that we normally have. So I don't know if I call it hitting the panic button, but I know that if I put a reefer behind that truck and drag it up here, stick a fridge on it, that I can make money at the end of the year, and that's what I need to make. I need it now. It's just got to happen. When I've got a spare truck, I'll put one in the oil field. That silver one, it's owned personally, and it's done in a way that I can lease it on to T9 or lease it on to one of the sand hauling companies. So I brought him out, had him run up here, and preload. In the middle of that, we took a load of spuds down to Vegas. My wife and I did. Left here on this Friday and got down there Saturday morning, I think it was. So we spent Saturday in St George and Sunday in St George. It's really nice there. I like it. It's lovely, good climate. And so we were down there and run into Vegas, unloaded our spuds on the Monday, and trying to think what else we have done. Come back up here again to meet Paul this time. That's what it was. Took a load of spuds down the green truck myself, come back up, preloaded it for Paul going to Florida. He come up with a new silver truck, because it's not insured yet to haul goods for me. It was insured for liability with me, if I crash it or if it goes in fire, it's insured, but no haul. It's not insured for. It would be insured under the sand hauling company's authority, so I need to get it insured under mine now. So I ran Paul up here and loaded the truck Thursday, and he headed down to Florida, and he's there now waiting to unload in the morning. Wes came back in the yellow truck. He went to Florida last week and bounced back to Brigham City, I want to say, and unloaded there on Friday night. Reloaded again yesterday in Idaho with another load of spuds going to Orlando. He's off to Orlando. He is in the very edge of the TA, the very edge of Wyoming on I-80. I'm about to go into Nebraska tonight. And I'll get the silver truck here. I'm going to run and grab a trailer tomorrow and go to work in that. My wife flew home last night. I have to tell you, we had a great time. We've been travelling around before in the truck, and you don't really get to see a lot of things. Have you been in New York? Yep. Where did you go? The Bronx Market in Hunts Point. Have you been to Florida? Yep. Where did you go? Just outside Orlando in an industrial estate. So this time we had the truck, and then at the weekend there we rented a car. I was hoping we paid the basic amount. My wife rented that, and it was you click. It's done through Hilton Honors thing. You click, they pick, and so you pay the basic amount, and they just give you whatever car you want, whatever car they want to give you. And we were going up to Seattle from Idaho Falls because she was flying out of there, and so we rented this car, and I thought, I hope we get something that's 4-wheel drive, because I want to go up around the top, up through Spokane and Coeur d'Alene and northern Idaho, and go up around that way through Montana and drop down into Seattle, rather than go west through the desert into Boise and up through Oregon. So they gave us a Suburban, 4-wheel drive Suburban, so that was a nice thing to drive. A little bit thirsty in the fuel, but it was nice to take that up there, and we got to go on a boat cruise in Coeur d'Alene and Lake Coeur d'Alene. That was nice place. If I ever come across millions, I wouldn't mind having an apartment there, but one of these condos was 30 condos on the side of the lake, and it was 3.7 million for one apartment, so that'll all happen tomorrow. But tomorrow I'm going to go pick up a trailer. That's the plan. When I go back to Scotland, we're looking for a driver probably I'll be going back just before Christmas, and if I can find a driver that will go into the oil field and work for this company, that would be the time for us to do that. And I'll spend some time over there over the festive period, and we can go to work in the oil field with the silver truck. The other two can run fridge. And that's what we're doing. The weather has been good so far, touch the wood. So, you know, kind of good. One of the days we were here in Idaho and it was -14. I thought, happy holidays, wifey. Freaking ice cold. But you grab a load of potatoes and drive 500 miles south and boom, you're into some 72, 73 degree weather in St. George. So it's really nice there, like it. But financially, it was good to get. Got a few things squared up. I just said how much I got paid there, didn't I? I'll have to edit this. Tommy, edit that out. So I'll go back now and say, financially, what an idiot. Financially, it was good to get the money from TA and get us back onto a good footing, and it'll be nice to have the 3 trucks finally running over the road on refrigerated stuff. The Christmas trees come on this weekend. I've spoken to the shipper on that, and the broker that we deal with, and he said, take your pick, let me know what much you want for them and we'll negotiate a rate. Like that kind of chat. But we like doing the potatoes, we like running to Florida. All you need to do is get out of here, and you can even run down through Utah and run through Moab onto 40, and then drop in through Amarillo to Dallas, and you're into the warm. We like going straight across Wyoming and Nebraska. They're fast states. You can put some miles down in a hurry. They're 700 mile a day states. Those ones are. So, but that's it. Green truck running, super great. It's lovely to drive. The old yellow beast, she's still cranking coast to coast. 14 years old this year, not bad for an old girl. And wife went home last night, had a fantastic time with her. We saw lots of things, took things a bit slower, and had good experiences with the family, and yeah, just really great to see everybody and spend some time. And now it's time for me to get to work, get on the road. I've been watching some of the other guys that are doing these YouTube videos, and it's great to see what those guys are doing, and try to, you know, just keep your eyes open to see what opportunities could be out there. I fancy a bit of heavy haul, or a bit of equipment hauling, or a double drop, or a removable gooseneck, something like that that can be a little bit different. But that'll be down the line a little ways. Kinda would like to think that if we get somebody in the oil field in this silver truck, that I'll maybe pick up another older truck and put it in the oil field for Paul, and I'll take the green one. But he's quite happy around out here over the road. Wes would ideally like to go in the oil field, but he's getting used to this, and he calls all the time, make sure that he's doing the right thing. And so I really appreciate the guys that work for me. They're good boys, and I consider myself a very fortunate guy. I've got a lovely family, I've got great people around about me, and I've got good health, and it's time to get on the road, make some cash, and pay some bills and save up for some Christmas presents. Okay, I'll try and get these videos on, you know, more frequently now. I just wanted to spend some time and focus on what we're doing, and spend some time and concentrating on my wife and make sure we have a good time. And so thanks for watching the videos. I hope this finds you well, and I hope you enjoy the photographs that we put on here. Some are in Scotland, some will be here, and I think they're good for me. Thanks for watching. Please, if you like it, subscribe. Thank you.